This is the self-publishing news for February the 21st, 2022. It's not too much this week. I did a little bit of sifting through, but some things I just felt, it's not too important, or these specific items I felt they were important enough to definitely bring up. Let's go ahead and start it out with the fine folks over at Audiobooks Unleashed. Now, if you're not familiar with Audiobooks Unleashed, folks, I will be talking about them in the coming weeks here on this podcast, but they are an audiobook distribution platform. They do applications for, so for instance, if you want to publish through Audiobooks Unleashed, you actually have to apply, because they don't just take any Tom, Dick, or Harry off the street. They want to make sure that this is something worthwhile, high quality, because I'm sure their name's going to go behind that. So in any event, now that I got that out the way, I want to tell you right now, I haven't used the platform yet, but I do have it on my radar and anticipate I should be doing it sometime in the very near future. I'll let you guys know about that. But at any rate, they're a deadline for submissions. It's Friday, February 25th. The IPG Independent Publishing Awards is introducing the new Audio Award for 2022. The award celebrates excellence in audio storytelling from the UK, marking the first time such an award has been in place at the Independent Publishing Awards. So they're just letting you know that there is a specific award that you can go ahead and submit your book to. They, of course, provided a link in the news replay. I will put a link down inside the description down below, so that way, if you're interested in applying to it, you can. And again, go over to Audiobooks Unleashed if you're interested in something like that. All right, I got my Google alerts on, and boy, I tell you what, someone's dropping some hot fire right now. Like, literally, oh my Lord. I have never heard a company speak so disparagingly about Smashwords before. I really, honestly, I'm just kind of in shock. I don't want to sound like I'm appalled, because everybody's entitled to their opinion, but this is a specific website I've really come to love and appreciate because of their quality pieces and such. And I've never seen them beat any other company down unnecessarily, but they talk about the worst self-publishing company has been sold to Draft2Digital. And this one's done by Michael Kozlowski, which I believe Michael does most of the pieces anyways on the good eReader. He goes on pretty much saying, hey, this 14-year company, blah, blah, blah. And this is the part. The company is a cesspool of the worst independent authors who could not get publishing deals. Bro, wow. Oh my gosh, what a blanketed statement, because I know quite a few great authors, high quality authors that actually utilize Smashword. And to say that it is a cesspool of the worst independent authors, is it? Is it though? And they're talking about their catalog for the most part. Let's go back over to the screen. It has terrible cover art, books that have not been edited or formatted correctly, and comprises of authors you've never heard of before. Hey, that's how self-publishing works, dude. That's how it works. Because you could go over to the KDP platform and see the same stuff rife with the same garbage. Same thing for Draft2Digital. Same thing for Publish Drive. There's no way for us to determine or even measure the amount of poor quality books and to make a blanketed statement on that. And this is representing your company, dude? I can't agree with this. I can't get behind this statement. It was an exciting thing that happened, and you just essentially came over and took a big old dump on top of it. Michael, I don't know where your head's at, man. But to be honest, man, I don't agree with this. And they go on to say their saving grace is the ability to distribute content, blah, blah, blah. Dude, no, you just told me that platform's garbage. You can't sit here and tell me saving grace or whatever. No, you already said it's a horrible platform. You may want to hire an editor, or at least someone, a consultant, that would go through your posts before you put them up here, because that's terrible, man. That's awful. And I'll tell you, Smashwords does not pay me to say anything nice about them. Are they perfect? No, not by any stretch. Could they be better? Sure. But I think even the founder, Mark Coker, said that in the interview. He always felt like, yeah, it could be better. But they did the best they could with what they had. So there's my thoughts on that. Oh, off of my rant for a second. I'm sure you guys love it whenever I go ape. I was getting ready to say ape poop on that one there, but we're just going to go ahead and keep it childlike. All right. ALLi is inviting you to their 10th birthday celebration at the London Book Fair of 2022. There's a drinks party on Wednesday, the April the 6th, 2022, between 5 and 8 p.m. This is kindly sponsored by Amazon KDP. That is so freaking cool. If you're not familiar with the Alliance of Independent Authors, they're a nonprofit organization run by indie authors for indie authors. And essentially, they function in a way that they curate the best information possible to provide indie authors with that. So that way they can grow their business. And they also are on the lookout for ne'er-do-wells and bad actors and identifying those and telling people to steer clear of those while showing the better paths and the better options that are out there. So big happy birthday over to the Alliance of Independent Authors. I think actually the story goes back to Orna Ross being over, the founder of Alliance of Independent Authors, being at the London Book Fair, and she just came up with it that time that she visited. It was just like literally became almost the epicenter of what became the Alliance of Independent Authors. Folks, go over, take a look at dalelinks.com/ALLi if you're interested in getting a membership. I got a membership myself. I don't go without it. It has so many great perks, including getting your codes for Ingram Spark so you can waive all upload fees. They've got special discounts with specific vendors, so much and so much more. To be honest with you, it's an amazing site. Moving a little further forward here, I always try to push these guys, but I think it's worth your attention here this time around. Kobo Writing Life. Actually, I'm going to put my reminder on here. They are going to be running a Q&A live with the illustrious Sacha Black, which actually Sacha works with the Alliance of Independent Authors. But they're going to talk about how to build your rebel author business. That's going to be on Friday, February 25th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But all that to say this, that Sacha is absolutely a great resource. If you haven't followed her over on Instagram, she gets a fantastic Instagram profile. A great person to listen to. And of course, she has her own podcast, the Rebel Author Podcast. So go ahead and take a look at that. That's going to be a fantastic one. Moving a little further forward, eBookFairs. I talked about them last week. Oh my gosh, they are on a roll. They're on a tear. There are a ton of great eBookFairs that are rolling out over on that platform. Might I recommend that you go take a look at them, because right now they're in the middle of the 4th official Roundup Book Fair. They share a lot of these things inside the email that broadcasts out to all subscribers. Not to mention that when you do an ebook fair, that's a virtual event with other authors, everybody's promoting and sending people to that specific landing page. So the rising tide raises all boats. Ebook fairs, definitely worth looking at. It is pretty cost-effective option when it comes to marketing and promotion, and I see big things rolling out for this platform as it begins to mature. And last but not least, let's go ahead and discuss my thing right here. If you've been following my main channel, where it's Book Rescue, with Book Rescue, we are going to be finishing the season out big time for the fantasy author that we're working with, and we are looking for fantasy authors. If you are a fantasy author, all right, we want to work with you. Go on over to dalelinks.com/fantasy giveaway, and you can reach upwards. All right, let's scroll down here, of 300,000 fantasy readers, because between all these contributors and all the contributors that we've brought on since we've launched this landing page, we are reaching a massive amount of readership. So if you are a fantasy author, it's an exciting time to be in this business. Come on over and join me on that one. I'll mention it again, of course, in the podcast, but to let you know, the deadline is February the 28th. Okay, so we're going to cut it off February 28th, 11:59 at night. It's done. We're pulling it. So last I heard, Johnny told me last week, the gentleman I'm working with in this promotion, is we're at 63 out of 100 slots filled. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty, and I bet you within the next week, they're probably going to fill up the rest of those spots. Hey, that's the news for the week. What did you think? Was there any particular item that you liked or enjoyed? Was there something that you thought, well, they'll probably overreact to that, which is quite possible. I'll take you up on that one. Let me know inside the comments.